So I'm here with LLNN. First, thank you for the interview, guys. My first question is: you played yesterday. How was the show? What was your feelings about it?
Fucking sick.
Yeah, the show was absolutely amazing.
This-
Good crowd, good feel, good vibe. Everything was just as it should be. Absolutely amazing.
Yeah, a lot of fun and just a great experience with the audience and also the people behind the stage. Everything was really good. Yeah.
I think we were really calm about the whole situation. We were just really feeling it, and we were really in it. And I felt like that reflected on the audience as well. They seemed super into it, and it was just so nice. And we're really glad to have played here.
This is your first time in France, or not?
In LLNN we have played France a couple of times. In Paris and in some shows, yeah. When we have toured around.
And you stayed today. Are you going to watch some bands? Have you watched some bands yesterday?
I'm gonna watch Ice playing at Warzone later because these guys are playing in Ice. So yeah.
Okay. Your last album, Unmaker, was released in 2021. What was the feedbacks about it?
Unmaker,
Yeah.
pretty good, I think. We have a lot of media spoke pretty well about it, and also like the fans we already had from the previous releases, and we have gained some new listeners also. So yeah, pretty well.
I just joined the band, so it was my second show yesterday. So I don't have anything to say on this matter, but I like the album.
Yeah, it was a statement album. It was really we tried to make it our best, and I think and people think that we might had succeeded actually. It's a good album.
Yeah.
Yeah. For Desecrator, you made a featuring with Matt Magachi from Cryptopsy. Can you tell me the process of this collaboration?
Yeah, it was actually our old singer Christian who had the contact with him because he played in a Cryptopsy T-shirt once, and Matt shared the photo of Christian, like, oh shit, he's playing in a Cryptopsy T-shirt and he loves LLNN, and then we just wrote him like, damn, we also love you, and then the connection actually started there. Yeah.
We also joined his podcast about beers. That was a perfect match.
Sons of Metal. For the same song, you made a clip where you playing, but the special feature is that you show the cameraman vision. Why did you make that?
It's a video we did ourselves. We wanted to take the viewer into the space where we created a lot of Unmaker. So what you see in the video is actually our rehearsal space, and that's why it looks filthy and dirty because we didn't want to clean it up. We wanted to keep it as it is, and then we had the meta approach about adding basically just a GoPro to the forehead. And shot the video with a camera, so you have like the viewer's angle and the camera angle. So yeah.
Okay. With your different albums artworks we see here, you show something like spaceship, asteroid. Can you tell me the main themes of your lyrics?
I will guess that you.
Well, so again, I was not on these records. I didn't write anything on these things. So yeah, my answer is yes.
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 Well, we know that Christian took his personal life into his texts because he wanted to be so real when he screamed them out as possible. So it was like all these texts are actually something he had on his heart. He was very dedicated for writing real texts. Yeah.
Okay. How do you mix your samplers if you in your music, because it have a strong place in your songs, in your composition? Can you tell me your creative process?
Yeah. Rasmus, the drummer, and me are brothers, and we have a father who owns a blacksmith, and we fully record a lot of his machines, like saws and hammers and tubes we hit on and everything, and then we go around fully record, and then we manipulate that sound we fully record and make something atmospheric or synth out of that, like main theme synth or background atmospheric, everything. So we like fully record and make it from the bottom, just to have this unique sound, so we don't like put out a like we have this plugin and we use this number 10. So we create everything from the bottom.
Okay. For the clip Vacuum and Sion, you make a creature like an alien, I guess, dance. Why did you choose to link the medium of dance with your music?
Isn't all music meant to be danced to in some capacity? I would say that like metal music is also has a certain dance. Even noise music has a certain dance associated. So I guess it's a natural fit. And then I would guess it's taking the idea of how a creature from outer space would move around to music.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
And we teamed up with a Berlin-based art collective, and we gave them free creative space to do what they wanted to do while listening to our music. So they came up with this dance and this creature, and then they sent us all the material, all the footage, and we did the post-production ourselves, all the edits. So it was a super nice way to work with other creative people we have never met before. We teamed up via Instagram, I think, and we have met many times since, and they are really awesome and skilled people. So this video came to life by just reaching out to other creative people in Europe.
Okay.
Yeah.
You made many featuring with John Connor. Can you speak about these collaborations?
With John Connor?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's also the drummer Rasmus and my project K2. We want to like incorporate a lot of different singers to make the electronic scene more like wider. So we use a lot of different singers and vocalists to like it's hard to say in English, challenge the definition of techno and hardcore in one setting. Actually, yeah.
Are you currently working on a new album or EP?
For now, we're just syncing up as a band, as Victor said, it's his second show. So we just need to like figure out how we are together, and right now it's pretty fun good.
Oh.
So right now, maybe not tomorrow.
Have you planned to do other collaborations with other artists, or what is your dreamy
Dream collaboration. I have to think about that.
Britney Spears.
Could be cool to have Greg, the man, on a song from Lex Dillinger. Could also be cool with Ethan from Primitive Man. It could also be cool to do something with Author and Punisher, because he's a fucking legend, and I feel like he does a bit of the same things that LLNN does in terms of making electronic music. He just does it like analog.
Yeah, I have nothing to add. For me, it's for me, it depends on where we are in the whole creative process, because then all these ideas about who would be interesting to work with just comes naturally for me. So I'm always super open-minded, and I'm always super curious of what other people do, and just take it from there, I think.
Okay. Vacuum sounds like a movie soundtrack. Are you inspired by certain compositors?
We are.
Yeah, one of our big inspiration actually for Vacuum is Johan Johansson from Iceland. Rest in peace. But he made a soundtrack for the movie Arrival, and that was actually pretty groundbreaking for how we start thinking about synths and atmosphere, because his take on his soundtrack was like, how do we communicate with aliens when we don't know the language, and that he incorporated that in his like soundtrack, and we like try to think about incorporating a sort of like a native speak in our music, in our sound design. So absolutely, he's a huge inspiration.
About movie soundtrack, have you ever doing a movie soundtrack or being approached for doing that?
Not yet.
Not
But
yet.
hopefully.
It would be very cool.
Yeah.
It would be very cool.
Yeah. It would be awesome to have like a to have that like creative kind of workspace, because then you would actually have to see some other person's visuals and then try to interpret them into sounds and music. So I think it would be a challenge, but it would be like very cool to do. Yeah. Hopefully someday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In August, you will playing with many legends like Swans, Carbon, The Ocean. What is your main inspiration for your compositions?
Life.
Leaf can be cool.
I think just good music. Like, I think everything, not anything in particular. I'm really inspired by stuff, like new stuff all the time, because I keep, finding new music and listening to new albums, and like sometimes you're inspired by whatever. At the moment, I'm super inspired by a band called Yorcha, but it might be something different in 6 months.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And I actually, it's pretty stupid, but I actually saw. I have a daughter, and I saw. I think it was The Lion King with her, and I heard some in the soundtrack. That was like, oh, that would be a cool breakdown if you like took it down and make the riff a bit different and stuff like that. So I guess it comes from everywhere. Wherever you hear something, it's like, oh, that would be a good riff, or a good like drum thing or a synth thing. Yeah, so I think what I wanted to say is it comes from like everywhere. We hear music and see pictures and visuals and stuff like that. Yeah.
Guys, thank you for the interview. Have you any final words for who listeners?
No, but thank you. Thank you for having us.
Thank
Really.
you for your time.
Thank you.
That was nice.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Very nice to meet you.
Thank you.